I didn't know he was back. You know, I didn't know that Kentrell is back. So I think I'm going to bake him some cookies and bring over because we had such a nice chat after his dog.
You thought he was a nice guy.
He's a very sweet kid. I mean, he's really young. You know, I mean, this is a very young person. Very, very young person. Very kind. He called me ma'am. I told him I've never listened to his music. He said, I don't recommend it. That's
He
what he
said that?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, he said, ma'am, I don't recommend it. He has a southern accent.
Why?
Well, I was, because I didn't know he was back.
A young boy went back to Grave Digger Mountain, but he didn't go alone. They say this man hired 24-hour security. 24 hours, bro. Stopping everybody dressed in black on black on black with AK-47 strapped to their chest, fam. Strapped to their chest. Stopping everybody that moved past that gate. It could be, bro, this dude been getting death threats that niggas don't even know about. Most of the time, that's what it is. It's never what you think. But look, I'm going to tell you like this, bro. All the money in the world ain't worth living like that. Yeah, I'm going to say that again, bro. All the money in the world ain't worth living like that, bro. Yeah, nigga paid 50 million just for some peace, bro. I'm just being honest. I'm just being real. Drop it in the comments. Like, I hate to see this, bro. I would have... Like, but you know, everybody choose the road they travel on. Let's just say that. Everybody choose the road they travel on. We are what we are today. You know what I mean? But I hate to see that for that man, bro. If he's living like this, 24 hours, security, AK-47, bro, what are you gonna do on tour? How can you even think that that tour is gonna be possible, bro? Like, they gonna escort this man around the world like he's Michael Jackson? I don't think it's gonna even happen. Like, y'all drop it in the comments, bro. As I'm starting to see this shit unfold, a lot was said while he was in that bitch, bro. All that shit changed. Yeah, all that shit changed. I'm calling cap on that whole tour. Yeah, it ain't safe. You know what I mean, bro? If you got to be all the way in Utah, in a nosebleeds, bro, Grave Digger Mountain, and still got to hire that much security, bro, bad position. Yeah, that's all I can say. Shout out YB, because I like him. You know what I mean? Yeah, I like YB. But this ain't about that. You know what I mean? Look, that old woman say, I didn't even know Kentrell was back. You know what I mean? Maybe it could be they didn't see the fleet of helicopters coming through that bitch. You know what I mean? Maybe they didn't see the fleet of helicopters coming through that bitch. But, hey, that nigga made a landing. You know what I mean? That nigga made a landing like he was a alien from another motherfucking planet, man. But look here. You got to do what you got to do. But just hearing that this man had 24-hour security, shit. This old woman that said she gonna bake him the cookies, I'd be too scared to go to the gate. You know what I mean? Especially them type of security, bro. They gotta taste the cookies and everything, make sure they ain't poison. You know what I mean? Real shit, before they even let the cookies through the gate. You ain't coming through the gate. But before they let the cookie through the gate, they must taste them cookies. Look, shout out to NBA YoungBoy, bro. You do what you do. You know what I mean? I'm just calling cap on that whole little tour shit, because if you got to live like that, bro, why even risk it? Going around, touring around, you might well stay your ass at the house. I'm gonna say that again, bro. If you got to move like that, you might well stay at the house, because everybody with the guns, they protecting you, but who's protecting them? You know what I mean? Motherfucker would like to think the man beside you, you know what I mean? But once them bullets have started flying, everybody ain't really willing to die. Let's just be honest. Let's just be real. Look, y'all drop it in the comments. Shout out Kentrell Garden. Shout out Kentrell Garden. We'll see where this music goes. You know what I mean? It's all about the music anyway. The man is the entertainer. It's all about the music. The music been fire since he been locked up, so I don't expect nothing else. But I want to see if I could see growth in it, or is it still the same shit that just stagnated? Because for a couple years, and I like YB, I like him. You know what I mean? This ain't me talking bad about YB, but it might come off like that, because it's the brutal truth. Yeah, honesty. That's what I believe in. I believe for a couple years he was on ice. Yeah, he was on ice. making a few hits here and there, but that nigga was in the studio just rambling on. You know what I'm saying? Rambling. Nigga, if you could chill, learn to hone your motherfucking tone, bro, that nigga be right back on top. And he still is on top, but he take it to another level, bro. He got it in him. Just need to focus. You know what I mean? Just need to focus. And I guess the security ain't going nowhere, but maybe it's just to let niggas know he ain't playing. I don't know, bro. We don't know what happened to the man in jail. He ain't spoke yet. But allegedly, he's going on the stream with Aiden Ross in a couple of days, but we shall see. It's Friday right now, so I think he's coming on the stream today. Drop it in the comments, man. Shout out YB, Scars from the Playground. Like, share, subscribe. Go check out the music. We going up. Big move coming soon. You know what I mean? Got to leave the East Houston. You know what I mean? Got to leave the East Side. Ain't for me no more. I done learned what I learned while I was here, but it's time to move on. Scars from the Playground. Like, share, subscribe, nigga. If you know me, you know me. If you don't, you don't. You will. Peace.
If they throw it, I'ma catch it or play the game like Tetris. I'm one of a kind rap, people tell me I'm a clip. I've been working 24 hours, summertime to winter. I ain't really at the chill, it gotta be about business.